Now, according to my calculations, we should be live, hopefully. Yeah. They do make it very hard to tell if you're live. Like, you have to basically be subscribed. There must be a way to see your YouTube channels, but I don't know. I have no idea. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to sign into Renzolian 2, my favorite YouTube channel. Renzolian. There it is. My favorite YouTube channel. Renzolian. Okay. We appear to be fine. We're just gonna roll with it. Hello, nobody. It's Saturday, so I assume we're gonna get a bit more of a crowd because everyone's going back to school. But Saturday is the off day, so mayhaps it's also like afternoon for most people. So I assume that would be a relatively good time. Let me know if this becomes a problem. If this fan becomes a problem. Uh, I also apologize for any delays that may transpire. I haven't streamed on here like in a while, so that's the plan. You guys see the thumbnail, you already know what's going on. You already know what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Because today, I'm very excited. We're building the Hero Factory dropship. By the way, absolutely massive box. Like I knew this was going to be a big box. I didn't think it was going to be this big. Like this is way bigger than I was expecting. Like I remember like this is the size I would have assumed it was as a child. So I like and as a baby, as a effing child, you just assume there's like a minute delay. I just realized. That sucks. Um, I've been holding this box for like a minute and I just picked it up on my end. So, yeah. Uh, yeah. So, really excited to crack into this bad boy. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this. This was partially sealed. This is sealed, actually. There is a little bit of a dent in the front there, but I don't really care because I'm opening it. So, it doesn't really matter if it's sealed or not. I won this for a bid or on a bid. I won this on eBay for a bid. I think it was like 50 bucks. 50, 60, 70, somewhere in that range. And the story of how I won this is really cool too, because to make a short story, or to make a story, to make the story short, I'll just say that like I bid on this thing, and then like the next morning I had to go out of town and like go work in another store for the day, and I couldn't really have access to my phone. So I basically somebody one upped me in the morning, and then that morning I placed a higher bid, and then I could not touch my phone for like 3 hours. As I even like I knew what time the bid was gonna. It was like 1:08 was the bid was going to end, and it was like 1:03, and I was like, shit, maybe I should say like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. But we had just gotten like a really big rush, so I was like, I didn't want to leave like very abruptly. The sad part is that we would be completely dead like right after the bid ended, so that was annoying. We were dead for like half an hour after that, which is just stupid. I really wish I would have. Um, I really wish I would have. That was different, but I was like, I basically went, okay, I don't need this thing. It's a cool thought, but I don't need it. And what ended up happening was what ended up happening. Sorry, brain farted a little bit. Oh right, what ended up happening is like I said, I didn't check the bid for like 3 hours, so I assumed someone was gonna outbid me. I checked my phone. Sure enough, I won, and I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. I was not expecting, because usually what people do for a bid, there were like 15 people watching this bad boy, so people like were interested. But usually what they do is like they bid like 50 cents or even 1 cent. It was classic 1 cent bid. Um, that didn't happen. I don't know. It's a complete cosmic coincidence that I actually managed to get this thing. Uh, so yeah, we are going to just crack open it. It's sealed by tape. It's one of the boxes that actually opens up instead of like, just the top. It actually like folds up. But really quickly, I'm just going to go promote this stream on Instagram just to let people know that I'm currently active. Let people know. All right. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to. This makes me look stupid. Oh, what am I doing with my phone? What am I doing? Hold on. What? Well, that makes me look like a disgusting incel. There we go. My apologies if someone is currently typing in the chat. I have not seen your comment yet. Also, there is a pretty big delay, so if I miss your comment and like if I don't answer you for like a whole minute, that's the reason why. Purely simple. Oh yeah. What do we got here? Good evening. Hello, Gus. Oi, Gus. How goes it? Alright. It's not evening technically yet. It's like 11 for me, so it's still my morning technically. I got a lot of stuff I need to do today, but I figured why not start the day with a good old live build, right? All right. So first of all, let's just take a moment to honor the back here. One of the most wrong side. One of the most underwhelming villain sets of all time, who I have no desire to go back and get at all, unless I were like revamp him, but there'd be no point. Love Rotor. I'm very biased. I absolutely love Rotor. And then all the heroes. I actually have Surge. I used to have Furno, and that's it. Also, by the by, I never knew who the guy in the dropship was. I don't think he's like a. I didn't assume he was like a named character, and then I also assumed this was Zeb for some reason, even though obviously he looks nothing like Zeb. Would have been nice if we got like Zeb and Makuro at one point in this line. But apparently his name is Nave Lanzadora. Nave Lanzadora, which is a bizarre name, a very over the top name for this character, who I guess is a hero. If you even want to call him that, he doesn't really look like a hero. He's much worse off. Let's be real. This is a remnant of Bionicle 2009. Is what this is. The dropship pilot has a full. Am I an idiot? Is Nave Lanzadora? Is that just a? Is that the fan name? Am I making fun of some poor person, or is that literally just French? I don't know. I have no idea. All right. You know what? I think it's time. I think it's time. Also, I would like to save this box, but I don't really know where to put it. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to bring the camera down so you guys look at this. I have it mounted on a tripod so we can do some crazy action shots here. All right. So you got the box here. You guys want to see something even crazier? You get a little toe reveal. There's my dog, just having a damn old time there. Alright. He just farted and it smells rancid. Fan name is Sky Blue or something, I can't remember. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that is... Got my little XO, who, by the way, I have been using this knife for the last, like... Oh, man. Dude, look how short this knife is. Oops. This is a short knife. There's not much left to this. I've called this XO for years, and I've been using it for years, man. This is how I opened like all the G2 sets. This is like the knife that I've opened basically everything with. So, you know, Kane. All right, box is open. Let's get this reveal. Oh, it's just gonna. Is it taped down somewhere else? I don't think it is. Shouldn't it just lift up? I want to know why it's. Oh, that's why. Ah, I gotcha. Okay. It's kind of glued on the end here. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I know I mostly did that off package, but look at that. We got some goodies. This has been a grail set of mine for a long time. I've always really wanted it. I couldn't really tell you why. I just like battle vehicles, and all the Bionicle ones are way too expensive. So at the very least, I figured like, hey, we can do this one. Oh man, look at this. First of all, do not have this piece in this color. I believe I actually can't tell. My eyes are deceiving me. This is gray. This is just gray. I thought this was silver for a second, but it is just gray. We've got this big wheel piece, which again, I actually don't have one of these, so that's pretty cool. We have classic Midak, Sky Blaster. I have tons of these. I have so many of these, so these aren't really special anymore. EXO is on its last legs. Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. I think that's it for all the pieces in the box. It appears so. Oh, dude. Dude, this is awesome. Okay, so first of all, we got some stickers. Oh, we actually have quite a few stickers. They're huge stickers, too. They are, what does that say? H-Pack? H-Fac? I can't tell if that's an F or a P. I think it's H-Pack, which I'm sure stands for something pretty obvious, but I just don't know. What are these stickers? Just looking at it, there's some weird lore. There's like a weird, like, scary Rudaka woman on these stickers. That is so weird. You guys can't really see. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. We've got some instruction booklets. Oh. Let's take this. Got number one. Look at that old advertisement. That is the classic. Those are the good old days of Hero Factory. Yeah, I'm one of Hero Factory's few fans. I've always been a huge Hero Factory guy. Yeah. Alright. Let's look. Oh, this is gonna make some people nostalgic, actually. This is gonna give people some nostalgia twangs here. I'm trying to hold this in a way that it's not gonna fall off. Let me bring my leg up to see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, first of all, got some, what is this? What is it? Clone Wars? Is this Clone Wars? Or is this something else? This is Clone Wars, I'm pretty sure. Pretty cool. I'm sure people are getting a kick. Wait a second. Oh no, these are different walkers. I was gonna say, there's one walker set I really like. Oh, there's Cad Bane there. Little Cad Bane, he's just there. He's hiding on the field. Got this old advertisement. You know, you can't. Rest in peace, Win Kid, who is like 48 years old now. That's what? Okay. It's throwing me off a tad. Throwing me off a tad bit because of the angle. Let's see if I can move this a little bit more centered. There we go. All right. Got the Win Kid, who's yeah, he's like 46 now, which is crazy. Let's see if there's any more ads. Weird to get a random Star Wars advertisement. There's this classic duo here. Furno Bike is something that I've never been to like. I mean, it looks cool, but I just don't think I need it, especially since the Speed of Demon bike is the better version of it. There's these two again, going ham. Look at that! Isn't that cool? Look, Hero Factory was kind of mid in some ways, but I will fully admit that gives me quite. Why am I having so much? Oh, I'm having a very hard time, dude. Okay, there we go. I'm having a very hard time with my perspective for some reason. I don't know why. All the characters' names, in case you don't know them. Of course we know them. Build heroes. Yes, yes. Yes, we do. Gio's whimpering. He's snoring, that's why. Or he's dreaming. It's just some Stringer lore. It's not Stringer. Stormer. They give you like a whole world map. It's pretty crazy. The Hero Factory is like the biggest thing in the entire world. That's crazy. It's really sick, honestly. All right. We're gonna set that aside. We're gonna take a look through the first one to see if there's any advertisements here. No, nothing on the end there, but we. Oh no, nothing. No advertisements. Okay. That's it really. So I mean, I guess we just jump the heck into this. Why don't we? Oh, Gio, you're sitting in the worst spot, Papa. All right. HPAC could be an acronym: Hero Pod Artillery Strike. You're probably right, honestly. I would not be surprised if you were right about that. So I don't know what you guys want me to do. Do you guys want to see my face, or do you guys want to see the build? You guys probably want to see the build. So I'm going to do this POV here. Are you going to focus, though? I would like you to focus. That would be nice. Well, you have to focus if you're going to do this. Oh, that's freaking beautiful, man. It's a little too much of a crotch shot, though, and I don't think I like that. Let's see if I can go a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Camera's very zoomed in. I would probably like to have it a bit higher. Oh, wait, no, you know what? I can totally do that. I can totally put you guys way higher up. I just realized that. This is the future, man. This is kind of unsecure, but I think this will be good. There we go. That's blood. You guys can even see the computer. That's nuts, man. Dude. This is this is an angle that only the kids would dream of. That's what this is. Alright, let's just set that aside here. I mean, I guess let's just get into it, man. Let's jump right the heck into it. We ain't got all day. We ain't got all day. We ain't got no time to waste. Got some beams and some yaks and some doodads. These are always fun pieces, and I especially really like these ones. These flex tubes. I don't know what you call them, but I always call them flex tubes because I like to be special and unique and quirky. I have one of these pieces because I have Surge. These hero chess pieces are like so underused. They're so stumpy and tiny, and I like them. But, we are going to set those aside for now. Just for now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put the instructions right here. Normally I like to have a little bit more room Well, the pipes, yes. The pipes, the pipes. I like to have a little bit more room while building, and I usually like to build like last thing I built was the oh, they didn't even say which bag you should start with. That's kind of frigged. Dude, is this something old instructions just didn't tell you to do? They just didn't tell you to start with specific bags? That's fine. I'm not a child. Oh, they don't have what? They don't have numbered bags? Are you crazy? Dude, this is not. There's no numbered bags on any of this. So I just have to dump it all out. That's for a set this big, I'm kind of shocked that they did that. Huh. That's kind of weird. I did not think that they would do that. Okay. Throws me off a little bit. Well, I wasn't expecting to have to deal with all the pieces on the table like this, but I guess we're just gonna go ahead because they kind of did something annoying here. They kind of put all the parts in separate bags. So like his helmets and his feet are in this bag for some reason, and then like his hands are in another, and so they really just kind of threw everything around very randomly, and I don't know if I like that. All right, it's already minus 1 point for this guy. Minus 1 point. Hope you guys are having a lovely weekend. Hope you guys are having a terrific weekend. I myself am having a pretty good weekend. Yesterday was pretty fun. We recorded the podcast. The podcast episode should be a lot of fun. For those who actually watch the podcast, I know not too many people actually do, but for those who do, you guys are in for a very special week. At least if you actually care about what we have to talk about. I would. I'm like right now. I'm very carefully pouring pieces on the table because I really just don't want to like spill. Oh, there's so many little technical. I mean, obviously I know there's a big technical vehicle, but that's kind of why I expected that it should be like organized in like a better way. Right off the bat, I've already been seeing some pretty interesting parts. One of the pieces that I was actually pretty interested in was this silver hero core. If I can find it, I already lost what it was. Oh, there it is. Aha! Never had this piece in silver before. It actually looks dope as hell. Does that imply that this guy isn't alive? I don't know what the implication of that is. Is he just an android? Is he just sent to go grab things? Like, I can see that being fake. Also, did not know that these pieces were in yellow beforehand. I kind of assumed that G2 introduced those pieces in yellow. No, because they've always been in yellow ever since the olden days, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just looking for something to complain about, as usual. Bunch of techno doohickeys. Got some red Borak eyes, that's always nice. This is not really organized the way I would ideally like it to be, but again, we're kind of dealing with limited space and stuff here. I'm going to see if I can bring my keyboard a little farther back, just so I have a little bit more room to work with. Yeah, that's good. That actually helps a lot, because the keyboard was getting in the way of some crazy stuff. As I mentioned before, this was a bit of a grail. This is something I wanted for years, and what really cemented my love for this set was probably seeing it in the very short sequence that we see it for in Bottom 6. Because I remember Thatch specifically dropping a teaser poster with it on it and getting like really like unnecessarily hyped up about it. And ever since then, I've had like a weird obsession with this set. To be fair, I wanted it before then, but just that was what kind of sent me over the edge there. All right, so we've got our I'm just gonna try to see if I can move it slightly, just a little bit more. All right, you guys can even see. Look at this. This is breaking the fourth wall on a level that you guys can't even comprehend. He has silver plaza instead of red. Is that a thing? I know they're made out of quasar, but I always kind of assumed that uh, that like it meant that he was like a droid or something like that. That's the way I took it. Again, I know that's completely wrong. Oh, this is not as fun. I was gonna build like all the way over here, and then realized you guys can't see, so I kind of have to awkwardly hover while building the entire time, which could make this a little bit less fun of an experience, but I don't care. There he is. He has life breathed into him. Now we're going to give him some legs. This guy really does feel like a 2009. Oh, I didn't even smell the parts. I'm such a fake fan. I am such a fake fan. I didn't even take a whiff of the pieces. Matzo feet. They were still using matzo feet, which is pretty crazy. I mean, honestly speaking, these feet pieces are like my favorite like Bionicle CCBS foot piece. They don't have as many options as the CCBS feet, but I just think those feet are a little too big sometimes. They look a little goofy sometimes. Everyone calls them clown shoes. I don't really, I mean, they can kind of be clown shoes, but I think they look mostly pretty good. Uh, there's our little man so far. Uh, he has weird ass, they went back to these arms, and I don't know why. It was a very strange decision. This guy's color scheme is just weird in general. Plaza comes in multiple colors when you think about it. Got red, blue, lime green, neon. Yeah. Well, there's white Quaza. Oh, I guess you're right. Because I remember. Oh, all the pieces are like super tight. Dude, look at this. Like, this is a tight ball joint. I love that. I absolutely love that. This guy just always looks like he's like trying to take a shit. Like he's just always locked in the shit position. Someone's gonna comment like takes Renzo 20 minutes to build one like 6-piece dude, and I'm like, I know. I'm so entranced by this dude. Alright, so here he is. I feel like that blue head really blends in with his face. It just does not. Would have been cool if this was in silver, actually. That would be really dope if it was in silver, because then it would match his head. Or it'd match his core, sorry. He doesn't come with any weapons or anything. This is just literally all this guy exists to do is be a little beta male that runs around for the Hero Factory. Like, why are his feet black? They should be blue, right? Shouldn't these pieces be light blue? Yeah, okay. Shouldn't these pieces be light blue like the arms, and then these pieces be blue? There's so many little things about this guy that's throwing me out. Whatever. He makes for a really good background character, which will be fun. I just like the fact that I own. I hate the fact that the 2 Hero Factory sets I like officially own from 1.0, or like, the heroes are both blue. Like I can't be bothered to get another hero. I just have to get 2 random ass heroes. So that's funny. All right, I guess we'll just jump right into this, man. I guess I mean, let's just go for it. Well, I never took, so the thing with Quaza is I never really took it to be like there's multiple different colors. I always assumed that it lit up, like depending on like it was like a reaction thing, like it lit up depending on like who was in control, I guess. I don't know. That was my that was like my headcanon. But I know that's wrong. I don't care if it's wrong. I could care less about the official lore. I'll tell you guys one thing. I have been currently binging Onipex and Pals. That's what I've been binging. That's been a lot of fun because it's just one of those series that has surprisingly held up really well. Like, it's still pretty funny. The comedy is really unlike anything that you'd expect. I've actually been going back and rewatching a ton of stuff recently, which has been very good for me personally because it makes me kind of brings me back to the good old days. I've been feeling kind of nostalgic. I rewatched Reviving Bionicle recently. That was a good rewatch. I've been rewatching. Oh, there's just so much stuff that I've been rewatching. I mean, again, so I've been rewatching Onipex and Pals, and also I haven't watched any of his newest stuff. So I want to see, like, I want to catch up to his newest stuff and watch it again to see if it, because everything new that he does that I see all looks good. It all looks really fun. I just haven't seen any of it personally, so I don't want to jump in randomly. But it seems like he's not really doing like big videos anymore. It seems like he's mainly just sticking with like fun. Maybe it's synthetic quasi that changes the color. Maybe that'd be interesting. I wanted to do a Hero Factory mini series or like mini movie at some point, but I just never got around to it. Maybe one day. Maybe when Renzo's done or something, or Biorama. Maybe I'll finally commit to it. Probably not a series. Probably just like a mini movie or something. Probably all with original characters. Because as fun as the main group is, I feel like it would be more fun to do like a. Actually, Hero Factory sitcom would be a lot of fun. Now that I think about it, I think Hero Factory sitcom would be hilarious because you just imagine like it's just cops basically. But that's what Kasai's doing with drones. So I don't really want to steal that. What is that, 13? Oh, 13's a big boy. 13's a large lad. That's a 13. Good. This is already a very interesting build. I'm building like a weird like this is like building design. I don't know what I'm doing. I do like builds like that where you just can't really tell where it's gonna go. I'm sure by the end of that that'll change. The sitcom Hero Factory show neat. Yeah, it'd be fun. I just don't really know what you would do, really. Aside from just like the obvious. Like, bad boys, what you gonna do, what you gonna do when they come for you. Ass shit, you know? I do think that'd be fun though. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We'll see. I really want to make something kind of in the same vein as Onipex and Pals because I feel like it's such a good show, and I feel like he just understands how to like. Hello, Tanova. He just understands how to not like take everything super seriously. Like, there's not a lot of like crazy like guys fight a guy. It's literally just people living in like a real world. Like that's kind of what I want Radio Man to be, actually. Have I talked about Radio Man before? Probably. I don't know. For those who don't know, Radio Man is a series that Rangus and I were going to do quite a long time ago. It ended up getting kind of scrapped. It ended up getting scrapped because we both didn't have the time for it. And it was kind of, it became a little bit more ambitious than we would have liked it to be. Uh, so we ended up kind of just stepping away from the project. But we're still both very interested in the project. It's both still something that we think about and talk about occasionally. I don't want to say frequently, because honestly, we probably haven't talked about it since like last year. But Akoto actually brought it up recently because he's interested in helping on that project too, which is great. Radio Man, alien show host. Yes. It would be a very down-to-earth show. It literally, like, the best way to explain it is that it is literally like an alien who's just like talking about news is all it would be. Originally, it was going to be about a guy who, well, the original pitch was much crazier. It was going to be about a guy who gets canceled, which is like, first of all, like the Spaceverse doesn't really like. It would be weird to have a character get canceled just because like. Is this right so far? Yes, this is. Oh, this is going to be big. Oh, this is going to be real big. Um, the Spaceverse is kind of living in the past, so to imagine a character getting canceled for saying something just doesn't really line up very well, at least in my opinion. Uh, not saying that it wouldn't happen, but it was a little bit of a strange, forced plot, I feel like. But if there's any saving grace, it's that we're still talking about the idea and we're still thinking about it, so maybe you'll see something from it again. I don't know when. Probably not anytime soon, but never say never, I guess. That's what Justin used to say. But I would like to just do like a really chill sitcom show that doesn't have like that's what Biorama was supposed to be. That's what Biorama was always going. Well, no, Biorama actually that's not true. Biorama when I originally started it was supposed to be like there was going to be these like it was basically going to be like a tournament series where like every episode they were like competing for like a different game or something. And you're probably thinking like how the hell does that work? Um, well, the idea is that the challenge, the characters were going to compete for their golden masks, and they were going to have this big, like, elaborate, like, crazy, elaborate, this crazy, elaborate, like, plot. And then I just dropped that because I didn't want to do that because I didn't have the time or patience. And also, there were so many characters. That's my biggest regret with all of Biorama is that there's just so many characters. There are so many. Like there's just it's an unnecessary amount of characters. I don't know what I was thinking by introducing all those characters. I think I assumed it would be more interesting to watch all these different teams if we knew them, but like they were all boring. Like the Skull villains were really boring. The Skull spiders were really boring. I don't know. It didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to, which is totally fine because it was a bit of a mess. I might use Radio Man character in my series as a reporter of crazy events. I'd go ahead. That might be a good way to get started on, or just at least like throw him out there and be like, well, this is a character that we want to do. That would actually be really cool. I'd be down. We just need to really figure out like what his deal is because he's a very strange character. I don't really know where he fits in, like what his role is yet, aside from just being like a radio show guy. But he's never been mentioned up until this point. He's never been like alluded to. It's not like he's a famous news reporter because we've never heard anything about him. The original idea for him was that he was supposed to be like, so he was going to have a famous TV show was the whole idea, is that he was going to have this big famous show and he was going to be really popular, but he was controversial, and so it's one day he says something and he gets canceled, and so they were basically like he gets like completely canceled, but his producer, whose name was Campy, something Campbell, I think, but he just called him Campy. Campy was going to get him a gig doing a radio show, and Jeb, who is Jeb Shelby, whose name might change because it doesn't. It's like it's just like a human name. It doesn't really sound like a space first name. It might be to like it's not Zeb because we have Neb, and also it might be like Jalex or something like that. Like I might change it to be slightly more spacey sounding, but just something to help indicate that it is like a sci-fi name. Because beforehand, honestly, it just doesn't really sound like a sci-fi name at all. But anyway, so Jeb was going to be, he was going to get this radio show, and like no one would give him the time of day, like no one would give him any like important slots, so he couldn't get like good interviews and stuff like that. So the joke was going to be that like he would just have to hire like he'd just get like homeless people and like random people to be on his show, and they just like provide like really boring commentary, but he would build kind of like he would build like an occult following, or not an occult, that makes it sound like possessed. He'd build like a cult following. People would be like watching his show to hear how like what kind of crazy people he's interviewing. That would be the whole idea. There was one episode in particular where Jeb gets like really drunk, and this was like the penultimate episode. He was gonna get really drunk, and he was basically he was gonna have this like super boring guest on who has no personality and was never gonna say like anything. And Jeb just gets like really like blackout drunk, and the entire time he just like he had like admits his feelings on public on like on air obviously, and he just goes for it and just says the worst things that you can ever imagine on public television. He goes crazy, and that was going to get his show taken down, and in the preseason finale. And like they wouldn't be able to get his show back because he's just so controversial, and like he's completely burned his bridge with his production studio and stuff like that. Um, but then the finale was going to be all of the audience like coming back all these years later, and being like, "Oh, we love Jeb Shelby. He's great. He was awesome. He was super entertaining." And they like the viewership goes really high because he got canceled. So that was gonna be the whole idea, and I really liked it. It was really simple. It was honestly like really like it would have been honestly really easy to make. Like the set for the Radio Man set was like a silver room. Like it was like ridiculously easy to make. So we might still make it because it is a generally pretty easy. I just think I was trying too hard to like tell a dramatic story when, honestly, truthfully, it didn't need to be like this big dramatic story. I think that's kind of where my head was in the wrong place when writing it. We were like, we need to make this big dramatic story with these characters. Also, it was very much going to be a mix between me and Rangus's content because it was going to be a little bit more raunchy. There was going to be a lot of swearing in it, which isn't something that I normally do on my channel. By the way, I just look at this crazy shit that I'm building right now. Like this is this is coming together in an interesting way, I'll say that. Well, that's the Radio Man show. Like I said, still might happen. I'm not ruling it out. I think it could totally happen. Uh, but if it does, it's probably going to be pretty different from that. Just because it's like to make the same thing, and I would rather it be something more original than that. But I do like the idea of it being super down to earth, which is ironic because they live in the space verse, so it wouldn't be down to earth at all. It would be down to space. But that's stupid. But yeah, it would be something interesting like that. But ideal. Bubba's just sleeping under me. Might actually need to go take a quick break and give him some lunch soon. We'll have to see though. I usually feed him around 12, but I can wait a bit longer depending on how long this goes for. Mostly because it's the like I fed him a bit late this morning. I think I was up at like Gus said okay. Okay. Anyways, quick PSA. Go watch Oni Picks and Pals. It's a fantastic show. It is stupid, like really stupid, but it has a lot of heart, and it also it has like I don't want to say the most unique vision, but it really does feel like nothing that was on BioTube. It is so ridiculously like down to earth and like chill, and it's really digestible. Like it is not like it's not a huge commitment to watch. There are some episodes that are a bit longer than others, but for the most part you're looking at like 6 minute long shorts. I think the longest one is like 20 minutes. Javik Part 3 is pretty long, but it's also split up into a bunch of different like parts, so it isn't really a huge commitment. It's great. It's so good. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yes, yes, it was so good. The more I want to go back and like rewatch it. Working on a video for his collab event. That's awesome. Oh, I forgot he was doing a collab thing. That's dope. Maybe I should. Well, it was for stop motion, and I'm not a huge stop motion guy. I'm not, unfortunately. I would do it if it was not like stop motion, because I don't. I don't want to do stop motion because every time I do it, it looks bad, and I just don't know. Like, I put some stop motion in Renzo, and I'm happy that I did it, like just to try it out. But it admittedly doesn't look very good. Like, I'm not a good stop motion person. I know everyone says you need to practice, and try. Like everyone's like, oh, practice makes perfect. Well, that's true, but I don't know. It's not my craft. It's not my personal. It's not where I'm good at. So I'm not gonna go crazy on it. Maybe I'll whip something up though, just to be on it, because it would be really fun to just at the very least be like, hey, I love your stuff, man. I'd like to be involved somehow. I was actually looking to maybe put Oni in something, uh, but maybe simple stop motion. I mean, yeah, it would be obviously be very simple. But I was looking to put Oni in something, so I was looking up his pieces on Bricklink today, and a lot of his parts are kind of hard to come by. So I was like, oh man, that would have sucked. Kodo messaged me in a comment. I want to see what that's all about. He's promoting the stream, which I. Oh shoot! I just realized something. Oh man, I completely forgot about this. There's a. Oh, it's gone. Shoot. There's this guy who has JJK figure accessories, and he had a drop, and apparently it sold out in like, when did it sell out? Let's see. Yeah, it sold out in like 30 minutes, or like sold out 30 minutes ago. That's nuts. He's like, he didn't expect it to be so popular. He said there's more coming soon, so I mean I might be able to get one, but oh man, that's a bummer. Damn shame. I want to get those parts for Yuji, because they're just, the Yuji figure from JJK just doesn't have a lot of accessories as is. So I would have liked to grab some more, but apparently his stuff sells out like super quick. So that's a damn shame. Oh well, whatever. There'll always be next time. Hopefully. Hopefully we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Would have been nice though. I set a reminder. I set a reminder. Instagram just didn't remind me. They notified me, like, or they didn't notify me. Sorry, they like, oh, it was in like my liked, but I didn't get like a, oh, reminder, the thing's about to end. Whatever, it's all good. I'm not bitter. I'm not mad. I'm not disillusioned. I'm not hateful. I'm not spiteful. I'm not evil. I guess I should probably clear up what the hell I'm even talking about. There is a JJK accessory pack that's like fan made. It's like 3D printed parts and like custom parts. And so I have the JJK UG SH Figure Arts figure. There's a good chance some of you guys might not even know what the hell I'm talking about. But like those figures are like didn't come with that figure didn't come with a lot of accessories. And so there's a Shinjuku pack from the manga that I really wanted to grab. Unfortunately, it sold out like super quickly. Always a bummer. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, but you also know that it's good that they are doing more at the very least. All right, this build's getting kind of crazy. We're getting into the function stuff now, which is very cool. A part of me really wished that there were more like Technic vehicles that were like compatible with Bionicle figures. We're getting a Batman, like a buildable Batman. What's it called? Sorry, we're getting a buildable Batman, Lego Batman, like bike, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot, but it is also expensive because it comes with a Dark Knight Batman figure, and I don't really care about the figure, but like I really want the bike, even though the bike is boring and like gray and like yeah, but at the same time it's very I don't know, plain. But it's also fun. Like it would just be a fun thing to have, I think. At least I think so. But I've always been a big sucker for, like I said, always been a big sucker for the battle vehicles, no matter what context. Even if they're simple and stupid, I like the battle vehicles very much. Oh no, he fell over! Like Scooby fell right the F over! Could not even tell you what I'm building right now. I have no idea. I assume it's some kind of function thing, but again, I have no clue. And now the pieces aren't linking it. There they go. It just takes a little bit of willpower to get some things together. Unlike my life. Sorry. Alright. What do we got here? Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, what I like the most about Technic builds is that you really have, unless you're like a Technic guy who works with Technic a lot, you really have no idea where it's going a lot of the time. Which is why whenever there was a set with a little bit of Technic, I would always be like, because like with the basic CCBS frame, you can just look and be like, oh, that's how that goes together. That's how that works. You know, like there's not a lot of surprise to it. But for me, when looking at a Technic set, I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking at most of the time. So like building it is such a like a oh, I don't know how that works and I don't know how that goes together, and it's just really cool. It's a really cool experience. So I like throwing all this stuff together. It makes for a very fun experience in my opinion. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels that way, but I know for a fact that at the very least I'm like I get really hyped up when building Technic stuff. I'd like to get even more battle vehicles, honestly, but they're so expensive. On the aftermarket does not reward people looking for Bionicle battle vehicles, that's for damn sure. Dropship can pick up HF canisters. Yes, I do know that. I don't actually have any HF canisters. Oh, maybe. I actually might. I might have one that could work. I'm uncertain because okay, I'm a little uncertain because the HF canisters is that oh that's 11? Okay, interesting. The HF canisters that I have, the HF canister I have is 3.0, and I don't know if 3.0 and 1.0 are the exact same size. I'm going to assume they're not, but I feel like they are. At least very similar dimension-wise. I don't actually know if that's true, though. If they are, if the 3.0 canister... I have one 3.0 canister. I have Rocka 3.0's canister. I don't even have Rocka 3.0 built anymore, but I have his canister. So, oh, that would be a lot of fun. I'm going to assume that they're the exact same size. Just blindly. Zero faith. Just assume. Do the oldest trick in the book. Make an ass. Oh no, I dropped a piece. I dropped a little piece. I dropped a friggin' piece, man. This is frigged. I literally... That really annoying feeling when you're looking for... Oh, there it is. Okay. Haha. Just kidding. Haha. Look at this crazy-ass thing I'm building. It looks like a little guy. Little arms. He's going... Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Oh, this is getting crazy. This is getting pretty intricate. Alright. Hold on a minute. This is getting kind of wacky, my friends. Oh man, yeah, I love I love shit like this. It's just so much fun. Just like thinking back like to all the good this in particular right now, what I'm building right now really reminds me of Lord of Skull Spiders. I can't explain it, but something with the way that the gears are being put together is just this gives me Lord of Skull Spider vibes completely. I don't know if anyone else would get the same feeling, but I think just with the way that Lord of Skulls, and the thing is, I've rebuilt Lord of Skull Spiders recently, so it's a recent feeling I've had. Like I know what his build is like, because he's got a very interesting, like particularly interesting, unique build, which I've always really loved about Lord of Skull Spiders. He just has such a unique construction. Alright, now we're going to put this beam here. Yeah, just like that. Interesting. Okay, I actually don't know how the features work. I completely forgot how this thing functions, which, in my opinion, is absolutely the best way to go into this build, just not knowing what the heck is going to happen, because then the surprise of it is what makes it more worth it, in my opinion, because then you're going in not having any idea, and it's a lot more fun that way. At least that's how I see it. I've always been a fan of going into a build with no expectations, because then because that makes the building experience fun. If you know the building, I will admit that's something I've always hated about G2, in my opinion, is that when I ruined this for me, because when I got into G2, oh, this is such an elaborate build. It's crazy. When I first got into G2, I was so obsessed with like knowing how these sets were built that I distinctly. Oh, I see. Ah, gotcha. I distinctly remember looking up. Dan Smith said, "Very nice, thank you." I distinctly remember going into like the instructions became downloadable on Bionicle.com when G2 launched, or like right before the sets were out. So I just remember going through all the instructions and like building my own versions as close as I could get to making my own version of the set, just to get a taste of what G2 was like. And I remember I had a really awful, I have a really awfully made, I had a really terribly made, um, sorry, I'm blanking really hard. I had a really terribly made, um, oh my god, what's happening to me? I'm like dying right now. I had a really terribly made Nilku mock. That's what it was, or Protector of Stone mock. That was like nothing built. Or no. It wasn't the Protector of Stone. Well, it was. There was one Protector of Stone, but I also built a Protector of Earth. And again, without the gun gear function, because I didn't have that piece yet, I had no idea how to make it, and it was very poorly made. But I remember being like, "This is really well done." At the time, it was awful. It was so terrible. Okay, I assume this is just gonna like flip up the wings or something. Interesting. That's pretty crazy. Bubba Geo's chewing on my gosh darn freaking. Okay, now we get to take a little bit of a break from it again. This is what we got so far, ladies and gentlemen. It looks kind of like a gun or something. I don't know. It looks a little suspect. So you got like a little bit of a. Oh yeah, that's a weapon. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get it on frame. That's a weapon. It's got a little trigger. Oh, literally, it is a weapon. Look, you've got a trigger right here. Though I assume that's the way you're supposed to play with it, is by swooping it around like that. Interesting. Oh, jit. Oh, shit. I dropped an axle. I'm going to pick this up as much like as a monkey would with my feet. Which means the piece is gross now. My feet are nasty. It's probably too much information. They're not even bad. I don't know why I say they're nasty. They're not nasty at all. They're just like, their feet. I don't know. Their feet. People are weird about feet. Enzo talks about feet on a live stream. Gets canceled immediately. Instantly canceled. Jesus, Gio. You guys know me, I'm the question man. If you guys got any questions, feel free to let me know, because I'm just in my own world right now. Just in my own zone. Oh, I need the black versions of these pieces now. Oh, the little ball joint pieces. That's nice. Do you guys ever just look at a pile of pieces and go like, it's not very much? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you look at a big pile of pieces and you're just like that's not very many parts. Type in Dorito when you enter the site. What? What site? What are you talking about? Has me scared for my life. I don't know what you're talking about, Sonova. It scares me. Throws me off. I haven't had a bag of Doritos in a while. I could go for some Doritos right now. That's the fat chemical part of my brain that wants bad food. I've been struggling with not ordering stuff on delivery apps because I've been very bad with it in the past. I'm trying to avoid it as the plague now. And I keep like re-downloading it and then getting some food and then deleting it instantly. It's like a bad relationship or something. I just keep going for it. So I need to stay off of that shit now. I need to try to do better. I'm worried though, because when I get my own car eventually, if I get my own car, but when I get my own car, I'm going to have a very hard problem. I'm gonna have a really bad problem with just like not driving to a fast food place every day and going to get food, because like I'll have that freedom to go literally anywhere. That's what I'm the most excited about driving. Is like when I was like, oh man, I was so scared about driving, so scared. But now as I've gotten older, and like I don't even have my license yet, but I've been driving frequently. I don't drive like every day, but when I do get to drive, it's always like a very like it's always like a weird like feeling. I'm decent at it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm like a good driver because like there's still mistakes I make all the time, but I'm learning. It doesn't really help that I got my license and then what happened was I got my license and or like my learners is what we call it. I think you guys call it something else over there, but like I got my learners and then I just like didn't do anything with it for like 2 years. Like so I got it back in 2022. Went driving like a couple times and then like that's or I no I didn't go driving at all for the rest of 2022. Um, the site keeps getting deleted comments. What site? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Tanova's off on his own mission. Did I mention something? I might have mentioned something in jest, but I don't even remember what I was talking about. I have a really bad problem where I'll just like instantly forget what I was talking about and move on. What was I saying? Oh right, so yeah, I got my license in like 2022, and I was like heck yeah, but I was also like I kind of got it out of obligation because I wasn't that excited about driving at the time. I just kind of got it because like my parents were telling me to get it, so I was like fine, I'll get it. I got it. Hoo ha! The whole world works. Cut to didn't do anything with it for 2022. This is not a website. .com. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I want to look at that. Feels like a virus. Geo, you're chewing the crap out of this chair, Bubba. But anyways, so I went to anyway. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to finish my story here. Um, what is happening? I don't even get what's going on anymore. This build's getting crazy. Oh, I see. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so I'm building like this crazy friggin'. This makes me feel like I'm building like a construction like vehicle or something. Don't worry, it's official. What? I don't get it. I'll have to check it out. I would boot it up on the computer and share it with you guys, but I don't want to mess with the internet connection because it already seems pretty fickle. Anyways, I'll finish my story. 2022, I got my license, I got my learners, didn't do anything with it for the rest of that year. Then 2023, we like started driving, but we didn't drive very much. And then basically I just went like, no, I don't want to drive. I got into one situation with my mom where I freaked out, I panicked on the road. And nobody got hurt or anything, but someone could have. And no, actually, it wasn't even that serious. Like, it wasn't even that big of a deal, but it was still like it kind of like threw me off away from like driving for a bit. And I was just like, I don't want to drive. So that kind of scared me away, and I kind of refused to drive for the rest of the year. Then cut to 2024, and I was very drained out on videos. I wasn't making a lot of videos, and I wasn't in a good space, I don't think, because 2023 was generally, I kind of consider it a pretty rough year for the channel. I kind of feel like it was a rough year for the channel. Gio, you're going like way too unnecessarily hard on this chair, and I don't really get it. You don't need to do that, Bubba. And yeah, I just got some random boost of motivation in 2022. I don't really know, or 2024. I don't really know what happened. I think it really did line up with the fact that I was like releasing videos again, and that I got a lot more motivation to work on stuff. Like once I got the motivation to get like the Legacy of Light video done, which was something that was really bothering me. Once I got that motivation done, and like once I got that video out, it was like, oh, driving, no problem. And so I started driving. I took driving lessons. I was so nervous. I was so freaking nervous. I was like sweating. Dude, I was so scared to take my first driving lesson. And then I got in, and the driving instructor, who was my dad's old friend, super chill dude. He was like really nice. He was really understanding, and he knows exactly how to like talk to you to like prepare you for like nervous people. It was just good. It was a really good experience. That little video was amazing. Thank you so much. I looked back on that video recently, and I was like, man, that video is like, I'm still really proud of that video. And I don't usually say that about a lot of videos, but like that video, I put so much blood, ass, and tears into it. Oh, we get to do the rubber bands. That's awesome. I put a lot into that video, emotionally and physically. There was a lot of stuff that we had to do for that video. But again, I think it totally paid off. I think it totally was what we wanted to do. Not as much of like a reaction as I was expecting more people to like react to it. Not in terms of like recording a reaction, but I mean like I expected more people to like talk about it. But to be fair, it was a long time after COD ended. Maybe if it had come out like a year after COD, it probably would have been a different scenario. But I don't really mind. I didn't make the video to get views. That was never the intention. I never wanted to make the video just to get views. I made the video because it was a story that I feel like we needed to tell. And we wrote it, and we were very passionate about it. I still really like that video. Like I rewatched like I think Okoto did a reaction recently, and his reaction is just everything I would have wanted out of the video. There's so many little things too. It's such a it's just so much happening in that video, and there's just so much going on that like you kind of lose track after a while. But if you pay attention, there's so much stuff where like if you go back, there's so much stuff that people missed too. There's so much stuff that like if you go back, you'll be like, oh, I didn't know that happened, or like I didn't notice that character show up, and it's crazy. Enough glazing though. Enough self-glazing. I don't mean to be annoying. I just it's a video that I'm very passionate about. And I didn't really get to talk about it too much, honestly. I think I spoke about it briefly on stream. But aside from that, I didn't really mention it too much. Dale, this man is just busting out of the room. He's just straight up like Mission Impossible, like leaving the room right now. I might have to go take a quick break and check up on him. Because this man is, like, straight up, like, escaping, which he's not supposed to do. Alright, folks, I might have to go check up on him real quick. So we might be taking a brief intermission. And I hate to do that, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't want him to poop and piss everywhere. Because that would suck. He has a very bad tendency of pooping and peeing, and I don't want him to do that. So, that would be flawed. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's so cool. This is so cool. All right, just 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Leo, what's up, Bubba? What's that? I see how it is. We're gonna play hard to get now. Not you. Hello, hello. Good to know not a single comment dropped while I was gone. How? Why? Gio's such a brat. Okay, so here's the thing. I will put him on the bed so that he can lay down and just chillax for a moment. And he always ends up back on the floor because he jumps down, and he shouldn't jump down because Frenchies aren't supposed to jump because they're gonna hurt their spines. And so it really annoys me whenever I look back and he's just like completely like he's just like. And now he's chewing on goddamn cords. I hate that. Oh, hold on. Be right back again, but I'm not as long this time. Stop, please. No. Bad. It's not the Miyagi-Do way, man. Gio doesn't understand. It's not the Miyagi-Do way. All right, now he's chilling. Now he's a little bit. Now he's more chilled out, I suppose. All right, let's continue. All right, I would like to finish this build relatively soon, but we'll see what ends up happening. Is he chewing? No, he's not. He's looking for something to chew, but he can't find anything. So he's being a brat right now. I should probably just, Well, I'm not too worried about feeding him because I did feed him a bit late today. Because usually on days that my parents are gone, I feed him at like 5. On days that my parents are home, they feed him at like 7 something. My mom feeds him at like 7 something. So like it's not too bad of a wait. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Hi, Papa. He's trying to chew my headset cord like a little brat. What am I trying to say? Like all I'm trying to say is like he gets fed at different times, and I fed him pretty late today, so he should, in theory, be fine. He doesn't have like a set like schedule. He eats when I feed him. He eats when I give him food to shove down his gullet. As I always try to say, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I think I already said that this stream, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Gio, he's trying to eat the chair again. You know what? The chair's fine. There's nothing he can actually eat. He's basically just scratching at it. Like, there's nothing he can really like digest with the chair, so it's not like he's like doing any damage like for it. I would be concerned if there was like something he could like rip off of it, but there isn't. So he's just chewing on a rogue, like smooth chair surface. Oh, cool. I actually lost these pieces. These pieces are awesome. I love these pieces. I've actually, I had, like, I used to have them. In fact, Crowley was going to have one. But fun fact, they are no longer in use because I lost mine. It's a shame. They're fun pieces. I really like them. They didn't really use these pieces very much. They used them back in, like, what, 2008? And that was pretty cool. Like how that one piece, like, completely ruined, like, the whole structural stability of this build. Isn't that crazy? Guess they are kind of heavy pieces. It's just so weird to see, like, that one piece just throw off everything. Alright, now we're getting into stuff that I like. Well, actually, that's not true. I like all of it. But we're getting stuff that I like to see. We're getting to see the crazy Technic build. We're getting to see all the crazy old Bionicle pieces and stuff. These pieces are so weird. They're like the weirdest Bionicle pieces. I don't really know what their intention was. I mean, they're obviously like thrusters, but they just have such a weird connection points. I don't. I gave that jetpack to my Crowley last year. To know about long, but like, I like how every single time you spell Crowley wrong. That makes me sound really mean. Like, I understand that makes me sound like a jerk, but, like, every single time you spell Crowley wrong, and, like, it makes my brain twitch. It gives me a slight aneurysm. It's not, like, offensive. I'm not mad about it. You can say it however you want. I'm not picky. You can spell it however you want. I'm simply saying that it is spelled wrong. And a part of me does get a little bit triggered. Part of as his father, as Crowley's father, as Crowley's father. Probably because they always say like Crowley, like it doesn't. Also, Narmoto always used to say it, so it'd be like Crowley, and it kind of sounds weird, but it is supposed to be Crowley, Crowl with an O. Crowley. Crowley. Only because he's named after a character from Supernatural. That's the only reason why he has that name. I'm glad you gave that jetpack to Crowley, though, because honestly, he needs it. Got a little bit of a look of what's going on back there. It's kind of starting to come together in a way. Oh, we have to build a weird thing. Oh, this is the end of the... Okay, alright. To be honest, I don't know how it's pronounced. Crowley. I'll type it in chat for you, so you know how to spell it. It's all good. Like I said, I don't mind. It's something I've noticed. Whenever you spell Crowley, it's always like different, or it's always like that, and it's really interesting to me to always see how different somebody can spell it. Because it's not the first time. I'm pretty sure someone back in the day used to spell it wrong too. So I was already just kind of used to the idea of people spelling his name wrong. I don't get like offended when someone misspells my character's name. I could care less. You know, I really don't care. Like it's something I've noticed. Well, I care a little bit, obviously, if I'm making a big stink about it. Geo. He's trying to figure out what to do with his life. He doesn't know. He might have pooped in my room. I don't even know. I can't smell it yet. I don't. I guess we'll find out later. He pooped on stream once, or on a podcast. We were recording a podcast, and he pooped, and I got really upset about it. I couldn't like bring it up during the middle of the stream because I couldn't just like stop to clean it up. So I just like watched him poop, and I was just like, ugh, you little brat. Very good for a pup like that. He's been holding in his bladder. I very much have come to respect him saying that like he's like he's like a member of the family, or like I've come to respect him because he holds in his bladder. But it's true. I appreciate the fact that he does that because it means that he hasn't been having as many accidents in his crate, which is awesome. He's a good boy. He's like 5 months old, so he's a good ass boy now. But he still messes up sometimes. Especially like if it's me and him upstairs, he is most definite upstairs. Oh, I have to make 2 of these? Oh, lame. If I knew I had to do 2 of these, I would have... Oh, that sucks. I have to build 2 of these. Got it. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it told me from the beginning. Oh, well, it's not too big of a deal, but... Oh, man. Okay, whatever. Let's get started. Papa Gio, what are you doing? Genova, I recorded lines for you for something. When is that thing coming out? I'm curious about that because I watched. I didn't get to watch all of your movie, but I watched a bit of it, and I remember being a little bit confused because like it's like it takes place before the events of COD, but also like it's in the space first, and I was kind of losing track of what was happening. But it was fun. I liked what little I saw. Like it was really entertaining. But I was also like I was I'm still working on the video, busy with college. Gotcha. Damn, you're in college? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Hey, no way. Nuh-uh, Gio. Bad boy. He was chewing on this freaking thing that I have. Oh well, there's no damage. Now he's chewing on the leg of the goddamn... Like, what? Gio, why must you chew? He's teething. He's chewing. Like a crazy boy right now. It's bothering me. Animation student. Good for you, man. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Everyone's more successful than me, so that's all I... Everyone's got doing something with their life. Good for them. It's always good to hear that. We're getting we're going to be on the second page or second instruction book pretty soon, and the second one isn't nearly as long as the first one, so we're almost done this one, which is great. Great to hear. This is a little ASMR chilled build stream. Love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Love to see it. Gio. Okay. He's not doing nothing. He's just sitting. He's being generally a good boy. I don't want to say he's being a good boy, but he's in general being a good boy. So I have no qualms with him. Oh, cool. Oh, these are like the landing. Oh no, this is the grappler. This is like the grabbing function. Okay, interesting. Oh, you know why it reminds me of Lord of Skull Spiders? Because of this. This is basically Lord of Skull Spiders. That's very interesting. Down to like the red system back here with the white rubber bands. Yeah. Okay. That's really cool. I really like that. This is shaping up, man. It's really coming together. It's very unique shape so far, I will say. I think page 2 is just, or the booklet 2 is just mostly going to be like, oh god, oh no. I turned on my other computer by resting it on the keyboard, and I didn't realize it was gonna like spam the entire keyboard. Oopsie. Stop spamming it, Jesus. Alright, I guess we're doing this then. No, I don't know where to put this. I'll just put it on bed, I guess. I don't know where else to put it. Alright, let's begin. Book number 2. Let's get going. Oh, what? Oh, weird. Okay, that's very strange. They are now switching to this type, where it's up and down. It's vertical now. That is so bizarre. I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting to be greeted by a vertical ass instruction booklet. That is so weird. Alright, interesting. Let's put these Borak eyes on. Which I guess are lights or something? I don't know what the Borak eyes on this build are supposed to be. I'm gonna assume they're like lights. Hi Baba Gio. Hello. Are you gonna lay down? You gonna be a good boy? You're being a good boy. You're being a very good boy. You actually have been very good today. Mayhaps I will take you for a rip later. So there are the Borak eyes. They're on there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much I love this vertical ass instruction booklet. It's kind of throwing off my whole game plan here. Bless me. I was honestly gonna. Who cares? I don't need to hide my sneezes. I don't need to hide my sneezes from you guys. I need to be proud of my sneezes. Alright, we're going to... Might be streaming another build, maybe soon, actually. I might be getting another build that you guys might be interested in. So if you guys are curious about that, there will be hopefully something regarding that hopefully soon. Oh, I see. Okay. That might be a little bit more what people are actually interested in. Also, I'm not going to announce it quite yet, but I will say there is going to be a stream tomorrow. Might not end up being a stream, might end up being something else, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a stream. So get ready for that, because there will be a very interesting little thing happening tomorrow. I'm not confident if I can do a stream, mostly because it's going to destroy my internet. But if I can, that would be really sick. So I would like to stream it tomorrow with another YouTuber who I have actually collaborated with before. So you guys are in for a very special treat tomorrow. Hi, Bubba. Oh, you've got this little piece of dirt on you. Is that what you were freaking out about? Yeah, I can tell. You weren't happy about that. Well, I've saved you, so now you are indebted to me. Baba Gio, you're indebted to me now. You owe me everything. I don't know what you're doing back there. Hey, what's up? Oh, there's nothing back there. Okay. There ain't nothing back there for you. He's very bored. He doesn't know what to do. I would let him run around, but the basement isn't fully clean, and I'm worried he'd get into shit. And also, like, you know, I'm not in the room, so I like to be in the room with him, just to know what he's getting at. Because at least if he's in this room, I have a general idea of like what he's supposed to be doing. That's kind of my perspective. Like, at least if I know, then I know, right? But if I don't know, then I don't know. This is interesting. This is a very interesting piece to be in this set. It's a very random piece, but I do like that it's here. Just it's an extra flair in this set. This adds an extra layer to this whole thing. There we go. I assume those are the control grips. I don't know what you actually call them. Oh, we've got some stickers now. Interesting. Okay, let's do these stickers. I completely forgot. I like completely forgot. Oh, oopsie. Got the stud. Not stud. What are these called? Pins. Got the pin. Oh, you. Oh, I need two stickers. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. So we need a. Okay. We need to put like the Rudaka chick on this one. Interesting. I'm one of those psychos who just like raw dogs a sticker, who just straight up puts it on there. It's definitely off centered, but I don't really care. Yeah, that one piece is a little off centered, but you know what? I think it's fine. Got no qualms with that piece. There's still like there's a bunch of other stickers left. That's crazy. There we go. I I love Technic panels. They're so much fun. They just add. Hey, no! Absolutely not, Geo. No. Hey, you're getting bratty. You're getting bratty. I don't like it. He's trying to chew my gosh darn foot right now, and it feels like a It feels like a pain in the arse, Geo. He started chewing my computer cords, which is my biggest fear, is that he's going to chew my computer cords. Little brat. You're having a brat summer right now, Geo. That's what the kids are saying right now. I don't approve of your brat summer. It's been a while since I put stickers on a set. I think the last time I did was I got that I got that Dream set recently. That was like very, um, yeah, it was that Dream set that looked weird falcon thing. I rebuilt it into like a fox or something. I don't even know. Geo, hey, no, I says no. You're being a brat right now. Straight up brat summer. This is what you are. Dude, he's being such a brat. I can't explain it. It's like, why? You were fine all stream and now you're getting bratty at the end? I don't think so, young man. I need to put you in your place, maybe. I need to lock you down. Hey, no. I get it. They're bright wires. I get you want to touch them, but you're gonna die. And my computer won't work no good if you do that. Baba? Jesus, my monitor just went like flipping around. Oh, this is. Oh god. I would leave him outside too. Okay, that sounds really mean, but I would let him just like chill out outside. But the problem is it's too hot out there for him right now. He'd overheat really easily. What kind of owner would I be? If I let my gosh darn dog burn. What kind of owner would I be if I let my dog dirt burn in the hot sun? It's okay. We're like almost done. I feel like we're pretty damn close to. I would be shocked if we weren't done yet. We're like almost there. Geo. He's caught. He's giving brat energy, and I don't like it. Geo, sit, lay down, Baba. He's honestly not that bad. I'm making a way bigger deal out of it than I probably should be. I've never owned one of these big panels before, and they've been using a lot of these pieces to lock in a lot of the build, which I like. Those are actually really fun pieces to do that with, and I think that they're very satisfying just to lock everything in. And they're also really easy to take out too. You can just pop them out with no problems. So I actually quite like that idea of using that piece that way. I've had a much lazier weekend than I was expecting. I was kind of expecting to have a much more productive weekend, but you know what? This is what it is, man. I got some time after this. I'm going to after this. I'm gonna go feed him. Make myself some lunch, and then I'm gonna get back on the grind. So there ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh shoot! I dropped meat. I dropped. I dropped my croissant. I think this goes like. There we go. That's how it goes. Yeah, that's right. Oh, right. This build. I completely forgot. This build is like super asymmetrical. Mm. Yeah, I forgot this build was like asymmetrical. Weird. There's like a jet that I need to build. We're using a big tire piece finally, which surprisingly I've never owned. Which I'm kind of surprised that I've never owned that piece. It's fun. I mean, it's simple. I've seen better techniques. I've seen better techniques and tactics. Oh, this never mind. This doesn't go. I thought this went on one of the wings. No, it goes on the back. That makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense, honestly. And like the rest of these pieces that I've been talking about before, it just kind of locks in there. And there you go. So the butt is filling out. Kind of surprised that everything is going to come together so interesting because there's still a lot of exposed parts, but I assume that's mostly where like axles are going to go and stuff, or that's where most of the rest of the panels are going to go. I would assume. I would assume, but you know what they say about assuming. Ass out of you. All right. This is fun. It's fun to hold. It's like would probably be better in like a kid's hand, but it is still like fun to hold. Like I still got a fun shape. It's got that gun shape that a lot of Technic vehicles kind of tend to go for. At least a lot of the flying ones for some reason. Oh, I built this wrong. I just realized I had this. I had these two pieces way too close together. They should have been more distant. I didn't realize that till just now. Until I went to connect this other section, and I was like, wait a minute, things didn't add up. So I'm glad I went back and I checked my. I checked myself. I would have been embarrassed on live television. Baba. Oh, he's just playing with the fan. Gotcha. He's playing with the fan. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we're getting a little. We are getting towards the end. We're mostly just filling out the mech now, We're filling out the plane now, so it shouldn't be too much longer.
This is tiny. This is a very well. This is. I mean, it's kind of the size that I imagined it would be, but also I think, as a kid I would have been disappointed by the size, but as a grown man who has run out of space in his basement, I'm kind of relieved. It's like perfect protector size. Like I can put like Nilko or Nomoto in this thing and just have him drive around in it. It's a great visual. Just imagining those characters doing that because I feel like Narmoto would absolutely love this thing. I feel like this would be his hotshot vehicle. He would just like he'd pick up chicks in this bad boy. Because that's what he does. Oh, cool. I've never owned these pieces either. That's fun. There's a lot of these panels I've never owned. Always happy to have more. I'm always happy to have different type of pieces. Even if I don't take this thing apart, which I don't plan to. At least not right now. Yeah. Oh, that really evened everything out there. Okay, now we got these ones. These ones are a little bit more. We have to bust out the stickers for these bad boys. There's actually a lot of stickers towards the end. Now that I'm realizing it. Oh man, I completely miscentered that sticker. It's okay. I kind of like misaligned stickers because it kind of feels more like genuine. Like it kind of feels more like I don't know, feels like a kid actually did it, which I'm obviously not a kid, but like you know what I mean. Like it feels like a kid is putting on the stickers, which kids aren't perfect. It's not going to be lined up perfectly, so I kind of like that. It feels a little bit more like genuine. That's my approach to mocks too. All right, so there, you got a little look at the back section there. All right, I assume we're going to do the exact same thing. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that now. I'm not like purposefully misaligning stickers. If I could get it perfect 100% on the first try, then I absolutely would prefer to do that. But I'm just saying, I don't mind when it looks off. Like some people get really mad about like sticker OCD when building a set. See, that one went in so much easier. Got a little look at the butt there. I'll give you guys a better view once it's actually done too. I'm not gonna gatekeep the view or anything. All right, now we're getting to the wing part now. So the build is officially getting crazy at this point. Look at this crazy shenaniganery. This is crazy. I don't know if it's actually crazy or if it's just me overreacting, but it feels crazy to me. I don't know. I feel crazy. I feel like this is a crazy event. Oh, I need two. Gotcha. Oh, I need two stickers on these bad boys. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. They're getting really dynamic with this last part of the build. They're getting a little crazy. Oh. Yeah, this is fun. I like covering everything up with big ass panels. I think it's so much fun. Oh, I see. Gotcha. All right. We're going to use the classic wing pieces from 2008. I believe these were introduced in these pieces, which aka the Voltraz pieces as I call them. They weren't used on Voltraz, but they were in the Voltraz set. Look at that. Not seamless, for sure. Not the best wing design, but I think it looks pretty fun. Let's put these stickers on. First, we gotta get that big old sticker. Probably one of the biggest stickers I've seen in a while. I wonder what the biggest Lego sticker piece is. I'm curious. I'd be curious to know what that is. There's one. Danger. H-back. H-back. Whatever this is. Alright, let's do this one now. Alright. Alright, there we go. Got one wing done. Oh, and that goes in real nice. That goes in so nice. What the heck, man? That's so cool. Alright. I actually don't know how this goes in. I'm going to assume that it's like this, and then it slopes down. Yeah, because where else would you put it? It's got a natural slope to it. Okay, I can live with this. Oh no, I missed it. I misaligned it. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. That's so pretty. Wait, let's see if I can get it better. I can't really see it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's so fun. That's so fun. It's simple. I mean, look at it. Flaps. It kind of looks like a bug, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, it kind of feels like a big, like, bug. Something like this. This could have honestly... You're slow. Shut up. Dumbass bitch. Sorry, that was mean. Like this feels like this could be a bug. Like if this was redesigned, this easily could be a 2001 Rahi. If the wings were a little bit crazier, and obviously you'd have to redesign the head a little bit, this could easily be like a weird, like, not dragonfly, but like a big bug. I could see that. I could 100% see that. All right, let's lock. Let's finish this build. It's getting crazy now. Thatches here. What do you think of the little guy? The little guy's a little shithead. Look at him. He's a little incel idiot. I hate him. I don't even know if he has an actual name. His name might be Knave, which sounds like a joke. Like it sounds like I'm calling him Knave as a joke. But his name might actually be Knave. And if it is Knave, then he's a little knave. We're gonna call him like something awful. That's what we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him something not very nice. We're gonna give him a new name. We should call him. Oh my gosh, these pieces won't go in. These pieces won't go in. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna see if I can actually build on camera for the rest of the build. That would be nice. Instead of like building off screen like I've been doing the whole thing. Which I apologize again. It's just I'm more comfortable when I'm building like closer to me. That way I can actually look at the pieces and make sure I know what I'm doing. But I understand it's not very fun to watch, so I'm going to fix my mistake here. Try to build on screen for the rest of the time. There we go. Everyone gets so mad at me for building slow, but you know what? Here's the thing. I think building slow is a very good thing because it means that you're taking your time and it means you get to experience the build in a way, and I think it's wholesome. I think it's a wholesome experience. Now I get it. It is slow, for sure. And if I could build fast, I totally would, but my brain needs to process everything. My brain needs to be like, well, this is where that goes, and this is where this goes. And I also don't want to build too fast, because if I build too fast, I'm going to make mistakes, and yeah, I have so many excuses, and I will be damn sure to fix them all. All right, I think that is it. All right, cool, cool. Yeah, we're almost done. We're basically just building up the, which is cool. we're done. Then we are done, man. The Grail is almost finished. I mean, this will never be as much of a scale as, like, or as much of a Grail as, like, I don't know, Scopio. That's a pretty big Grail. That might be... Scopio, Jetrax, and Axelara are the... No, Scorpio, Jetrax, Axelara, and Thornatus. Those are all my biggest... At least, those are all my biggest vehicle ones. There's a difference between battle vehicles and... Like, obviously, Brutaka is a set I really want. Karzani is a set that I really want. I really want to see a... I would really like to get Maxilos and Spinax. That would be great. I would love, you know, even Hydraxon. I don't need Hydraxon. He's kind of boring, but, like, it was a set that I would really like. I recently just got another Toamata, in case you guys didn't see that. Alright. He's coming together. Geo farted again. What a shocker. We're going to bust out these big old wires, finally. Love to see it. Those pins went in way easier than I was expecting them to. Huh. Alright. Some people say his name is Sky Blue. It's on the wiki, but it seems like that's just some old fandom urban legend. But I kind of like it. It also implies the hero is a woman, which is cool. Oh, yeah. Her name's Sky. That makes sense. I'd be okay with that. Well, even if she is a woman, still a very lame. There's only two others. Yeah. They don't really care about for a line that was so like you can build heroes. There's not a lot of female characters in that series, which is interesting. Which I get it. It's a theme for boys, right? I understand. Boys will be boys, but at the same time, it would be nice to see some other girl heroes aside from Breeze. Oh, you know what would be cool? This sounds really lame, or this sounds really like what was it called? The app, the game, the Hero Factory Recon Team or whatever it was called. Oh man, I'm like thinking about it right now. I don't know if that's where these pieces go. They're not very clear about where these pieces are supposed to go. They're just kind of like, yeah, put them back there, I guess. Huh. It'd be really cool in Hero Factory Recon Team if they used... Yeah, I'm just gonna assume they're supposed to go in the top ones here. I'm not sure. Are they supposed to go up here? Are they supposed to go like up here? I don't even know. I'm just gonna plug her in. I'm just gonna hope for the best. Honestly, these pieces are kind of unnecessary. They don't really add anything to the build. They're just kind of like, we need wires up there to make it look like a machine. It's like, I guess. Vaguely. Anyways, keep forgetting my point. I would really like if Factory Recon Team had, like, a custom head feature, which I understand how hard that would be to implement. But, like, can you just imagine, like, making your own custom, like, masks for your heroes? And there's just, yeah, can you imagine making your own custom masks for your heroes? That'd be so fun. I think the biggest issue is that the 2.0 heads suck. They're awful. They're terrible. They made all the characters look like incels. I don't care for it whatsoever. But 4. Or Breakout was much better alternative. I liked Breakout. Granted, I think Recon Team was before Breakout, but whatever. You can make it work. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Actually, legitimately, can you imagine? Just, like... It's a shame that kind of all came a bit too late, unfortunately. We built the back wings. Now we're getting on to the guns or the whatever these are. I don't actually know what these are. I'm going to assume that they're like... I'm just assuming that they're like lasers or something, or like lights. I don't know what these are supposed to be. I'm going to assume that they're like laser beams. I don't know. Sorry, I said I was going to build on camera. I've been lying to you guys the whole time about that. So let me remove the rest of the pieces on camera so you guys can actually see what we're doing for once. Got some Zamors here. Yes, please. There we go. This is what you guys have been waiting for. This is what you guys have wanted to see. I think Hero Factory came out in the wrong time. Granted, if it came out now, it probably wouldn't be the same way that that it would not be released. It would be like a minifigure theme. But oh man, that would still be really cool. Oh god, okay. Now that I've changed my setup, I'm getting all fidgety. I'm getting all I'm dropping everything. Getting all nervous now. I'm getting a little nervous. Alright. We're gonna have some extra pieces. What do you guys think the extra pieces are gonna be? I know for a fact one of them is gonna be the red stud. I know for a fact. I know for a fact. Alright, it's we're getting crazy now. This has been a very fun set, I will say that. Like, despite my frustrations, and despite how simple it is, well, I'm getting ahead of myself, honestly. I'm getting a little too far ahead. I shouldn't be like, oh man, this set is so great. Like, I need to finish it before I can actually definitively say, this is a good set. Look at these little pew-pews. Pew-pew-pew. That's awesome. I wish one of the heroes had this as a gun. They're just like how this is literally just a Hero Factory sniper rifle. Like, if I would not be surprised if someone in their old series just took this off and like used this as a sniper rifle. That's like this is just a sniper rifle. Throw a couple extra pieces on there and you're good to go. God damn, that's so metal. So effing metal. A lot of things aren't locked in with 2 pins, by the way. A lot of things are locked in with like a pin and axle. I've noticed that, which is actually really cool. I like that a lot. It makes for a lot more stable connections, I feel like, because now you have. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, now it's become less of a bug. With these things on, it's way less of a bug. That's what I've noticed, anyways. It holds up pretty well too. It doesn't like fall apart either, which is nice. It's got some good stability. Oh, I said it has good stability. All right, now we gotta load up the blaster. By the way, out of the ones I have, I only have ones from Bionicle 2008. The silver is a lot more like modern silver here, which is very interesting. I only have like the shiny, more pearl silver. Pearlescent silver. So getting one that's a little bit more modern style is interesting. It's kind of crazy to see how much, like I assume they were just straight up reusing pieces from the olden days, but no, there's a little bit more to it than you would think. There's a little bit more than meets the eye. Alright, we're almost done here, folks. Just got this last build and we are good to go. I will say, now that I've gotten to this part of the build, the cockpit area is very half-assed. It is not the most well thought out, unfortunately. I kind of expected that from the photos, but I don't know. It's like super barren. Man, I wish sealed sets didn't go for so much, because this I almost won a sealed Axon. Okay, that's a lie. I didn't almost win. I wasn't even close to winning. I bid on a sealed Axon. The bid started at like $19.99, and it ended at $130. Which honestly, considering how biggest prices are on Bricklink, I probably would have ended up just paying. But it was like shipping too. It was gonna be like 170, and it was like, is it worth it for Axon? Probably. I probably made a mistake, honestly. But all right, now we're going to go and put this on here, right? Yeah. I always thought it was interesting how there was only one blaster on one side too. It's an asymmetrical design. Oh, now we're building the cockpit. All right, or the not the cockpit, I guess the windscreen, but there's no screen, so it's just it's just it's a canopy, I suppose, is what you would call it. Actually, truthfully, we're gonna use these big old yellow pieces here. In they go. Squeeze, squeeze, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end of the line. We're gonna put these in here. Oh, the connection for these pieces are insanely tight. Holy crap, that's not popping out anytime soon. All right. All right, before we end this, I am going to... Oh, you can plug them in if you want to. I was going to say, does it just like sit open like that? Ah, all right, so bring it forward a little bit so you guys can see this last connection here. Shouldn't have too much problem. There we go. And that kind of pops open if you want to. All right. Okay. Huh. All right. His feet just go in there. Gotcha. What's this all about? Oh, and the landing, the landing pad goes down. So in case you want to have it, that's like it's the holding. Ironically, the wings go down farther than the landing pad. So the landing pad doesn't really. I guess it keeps it more stable, but the landing pad, with it out, I guess it makes. I mean, I guess these pieces are just down. Yes, you can use Hero Factory canisters, which is super dope. I love that idea of like dropping a hero into the fray. That's so much fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this set is done after 2 hours. 2 freaking hours. All right, let's. So these are the extra pieces that are left. Nothing super crazy to write home about. Let's lift this bad boy up. Let's change POVs here. Guess who you're seeing for the first time in a year? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Hero Factory Dropship. Bigger than I was expecting. You know, I assumed as a child, I assumed this thing was going to be huge. And then as an adult, I assumed this thing was going to be tiny. It's kind of right in the middle. And yeah, it's a little barren. I mean, especially when looking at it, like, especially under here, it's pretty rough to look at. Like, from dead on view, it looks kind of unfinished. I feel like there should have been some sort of construction in the wings at the very least to, like, right in the middle of here to fill that out. I get it. They didn't want to mess up the function at all. They wanted it to be visible, and they also wanted the set to be affordable. But, like, I don't know, maybe some more of these pieces just in there as, like, thrusters. But, again, it would get kind of tight. You'd need to figure out something to do. Would have liked to see a little bit more of a cockpit here. But man, oh man, I am not disappointed. I thought I'm not gonna lie, part of me did think I was gonna be let down by this set. Part of me was like, you know what? Is it just nostalgia blinding me? But I'm happy to say, I'm happy to report that this is indeed a very solid set. At least looks wise. Functions fine. Functions exactly what you expect it to be. Right? It's Well, actually, so technically, when you're flying with the canister on, I guess you can come in, I guess you can come down, swoop up a canister, pick it up, and then I guess we are flying into combat like this, and then you go, yeah, and then drop it. That's interesting.
Usually it'd be the other way around. Usually it would be locked in like this without you having to pull, and then you pull a trigger and it would go. It's fun though. I mean, it's very playable. You know, you can do you can have fun like a little brat. There isn't really much else for action features. I guess there's the gun. I mean, you guys know how the gun works. I'm not even gonna shoot it because I don't really want to shoot at the camera or anything. Uh, it's basic. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that it is like a super complex build or anything. Look at that. You do this. This is the ultimate battle vehicle. I'm gonna put our woman, who I'm assuming is now a woman, but I'm gonna put our friend in. I'm gonna put Sky or Knave in here, as I've been calling him. His feet don't really sit in an interesting way, and his arm or her, whatever, doesn't matter. Not a real character, fictional. I didn't really think of this character as an actual hero, even though they do have a hero core. So I think technically they would be a hero, and that name does also sound very heroic. But in my humble opinion, I also believe that the hero fact that this is just kind of a grunt. Like, this is just person. This person is quite literally built to. This person is like quite literally built just to like fly the plane and like drop heroes, and that's it. And then they just leave. It's their only purpose in life. But I appreciate the fact that we did end up getting a. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble with this than I care to admit. I do like the fact that they did include a pilot. They easily could have left a pilot out. It would have kind of lessened the value of the set, I think, by like not choosing to like. I don't know, choosing to like not include a pilot would have been kind of lame, I feel. At the very least here, they're like trying. Okay, it is a little tricky to get him in there because of his weird shoulders. I think you can kind of lean his body back a little bit more is what I think you need to do because of his weird like Hero Factory shoulders. But at the same time, it has also kind of been a pain in the buttocks. I guess you can also. I think you are supposed to just straight up lean them back. But the arms don't make it very easy to do that, unfortunately. The arms are very. Does this just not plug in? Oh, there we go. There we go. So it's not perfect, unfortunately. In fact, it's like his damn head's popping out of there. He's like ready to go. He's like, he's pulling up to the drive-thru. That's what he's doing. Which, if we look in the art, oh yeah, he's definitely sunken a lot more in there. I assume you can probably lay him down a lot more. I just didn't pose his arms very well, so he's kind of awkwardly sitting, like, hello there. But that's fun. Totally get a protector in there, no problem. Protectors are even like skinnier than this, so they're not gonna have a single problem going in there. Love this set. If I give it a ranking, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give this set a solid. I'm gonna set a solid A. I think it's A might be a bit much. I'll say B plus. I think this set is worth a B plus. It's not quite A because it's not quite on the level of like it being amazing, because it's not amazing. What you're looking at is something very average, but it's cool for the one of the only Hero Factory vehicles. I think this one easily has like the most uniqueness to it. Like the bikes are fun. Don't get me wrong, Speedo Demon's bike is fantastic, but it's another bike. We already got Furno's bike, so I would have liked to see even more battle vehicles, and we didn't get very many. We got, as far as I know, we've only got 4. We got 2 bikes, this, and then I think Jet Rocket, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Not counting the entire last wave, which are all mechs, but you know what I mean, like actual Technic mechs like this. So good set, giving it a B plus. We're sticking with that rating. I want to thank everyone for hopping on. Greatly appreciate you guys, and I've had a lot of fun today. Hopefully, I get to do more of these streams soon. Like I said, there should be a stream tomorrow. Keep your calendar free, because tomorrow's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be very different. It's not building. It's something. It's more of a discussion video. More of a discussion stream with another YouTuber. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Renzolian. I love you all so much, and I will see you hopefully soon.